Hi, and welcome back to 8 Days on the Western Front, our tribute to the fallen of World War One. First things first, gotta make an apology. In the last video, I did say about Australia Day. Got it completely wrong. 2 different days. Australia Day and Anzac Day it is, so we'll actually be out there for Anzac Day, which is on the 25th, and we've got a dawn service to go to at one of the memorials. So that's later on, that'll probably be in the next video, talking about that. But got to apologise, in the first video I did say Australia Day, and it's not, it's actually Anzac Day, where we'll be laying the wreath for the Melbourne City Loyal. So that's that. So welcome to the video. As I said, this is the route planner. What I thought I would start doing, as you've seen with at the start there, that's the map of all places we're visiting. Give you a quick rundown on that. You'll see that there's colour coded. So orange is day 1, yellow day 2, blue day 3, and then green is swap over day, where we go from Albert up to Ypres, but also visiting, and then we do it all again. So orange, yellow, blue, and then green for on the way home. So you see that in the maps. If you want to have a in-depth, pause it, have a look at the map, you'll see that. I'll show you some in a second as well, so we're going to go through that. You will notice that there's a lot of red dots on the maps as well. Now that is either a footballer, a cricketer, or a VC winner are buried at those cemeteries there. Now obviously if we've got time, we will pop in to those and pay our respects there. So that's why they're on the map. If we're driving by, we've made up time, you know, whatever, we will possibly. So as I said, originally 136 cemeteries, could be a lot more. So that's that. So, right, let's get on. What we will do is we'll cover the first 4 days in France, in the Somme area, and I'll do with this video. And then the next video I will do as in the Ypres area. So, first off, Calais. So from Calais to Albert, we'll be covering 20 cemeteries, memorials, and places of interest. So, but what we'll be doing is we'll be heading south along the coast, heading towards Boulogne, where we'll be picking up a few cemeteries along the way there, before we head inland towards Albert. Now please, going to also say, bear with me, because my pronunciation in French, not very good, and if I get it wrong, please just bear with me, but you know, you'll know what we're meaning. So I said down the coast, I think we've got 3 or 4 on the coast before we head inland. Once we get inland, we will be heading to also one of the memorials that we're going to is the Lingfield Memorial, which obviously Lingfield FC, and it was erected in a small town. There is quite an interesting cemetery next to that as well, where there was a few soldiers that were shot at dawn. Again, we will pop in there, do that one before heading along the central and heading towards Albert. Now, before that, there is a chance, I've got to bring this up, because we wanted to possibly maybe do the Ulster Tower after the Lingfield Memorial. Reason being, we are sort of penciled in on our route for Monday at the Ulster Tower, but the Ulster Tower is closed on a Monday. That's one of the reasons. Second reason, the 2 keepers of the tower, so to speak, Joe and Rocky, it's their last day on Saturday, and as I said, the hospitality I received from them last year was second to none. I turned up on I met them in the hotel, and then I turned up on the Monday and they done me a tour and everything. Amazing couple. They've been out for about 6 weeks. They're now going home on the Sunday, and I would like to actually try and pop in, say hello to them before they leave. So it may well be that we'll detour from the Lingfield Memorial up to the Ulster Tower. But again, on the day, you'll see the vlog that night, if we make it or not. So that's that. So again, 20 cemeteries into Albert. Once in Albert, we'll check in to the house, the Airbnb we got, Villa, what I think where it is, get sorted, get some food, and then we may even visit the Somme 1916 museum. because that is an amazing museum. It's underground. You go in one door, you come out the other end. You lose your bearings of exactly where you are. Lots of interesting facts, all underground. Just an amazing little museum. And I think we will visit that either that night, if not the following night. But just to give you the heads up. So that's day 1 completed. 167 miles from Calais till we get to Albert. I know it's shorter than that, but obviously with the detours that we're doing, that's the distance. On to day 2. Hopefully we'll be fresh and bright and fresh and ready to go. So day 2, say again, another long day, about 150 miles we'll be covering, taking in about 25 various cemeteries, memorials, including a Welsh memorial, New Zealand memorial. We'll also be visiting the Devonshire cemetery, which, if you haven't been out there, one of the cemeteries you must visit. It's the most amazing, heartfelt place you can go to, knowing that the soldiers never even made it out of the trench. That is something you have to do if you're out there. We're doing that on day 2, and just also as well, we will be heading to a Unicorn Cemetery. Now that is for a friend in Glasgow who's got a grandfather there, and we're going to have to pay respects to his grandfather at the Unicorn Memorial. Hopefully we'll get round that in the whole day, pick up a bit of lunch, sort of got ourselves heading towards La Tommy Calf, which is part museum, part calf. So it's a calf initially, but the guy that runs it I've heard, has just got a most amazing amount of stuff that he's found for, I think, for 50 years on the battlefields, and he's accumulated it into a museum. So that'll be something. Get a bit of lunch there, walk round, I think it's Posiers, we'll say, whether I'm right or wrong. As I said, the pronunciation's not going to be great, but we'll walk around there. There's a windmill memorial for Australia and things like that. So that's day 2, and then back to Albert. Say day 3 on the map is the blue, so the blue colours. If you are looking at the map or wherever, then it's the blue dots. This time we are doing, it's about 110 miles we'll be covering on day 3, but visiting about 30 different places. Most of them are going to be memorials. This is the main hub of it, and this is on the Monday. So this is the main hub of it. You've got Teepfal, you've got Newfoundland. We're going to cover Arras, both the Arras Memorial, Canberra Memorial. So we got quite a lot to take in that day. Wye Ravine, Hawthorne Ridge, great place to go as well, Hawthorne Ridge. Met Richard there, who's a keeper, and he told us a lot of different stories from there. Also, we will be going to Sunken Lane, and also there's a little place just along from Sunken Lane, some of you might know about, some of you don't. It's where they actually filmed the explosion at Hawthorne Ridge, and there's a little bit there, not marked or anything, but if you walk along, got shown it last year. I want to take Dennis along this year to show him it and stand in that position where it exploded. Also as well, it's where there's a very famous photograph of a soldier carrying another soldier on his back. That was also photographed at this spot as well. So we will be covering that one as well. Just looking down at my notes here, obviously Teepfal, we'll pick up possibly Ulster Tower again. But again, if we make that on Saturday, we will cut out the Ulster Tower, but we will still go to obviously the Connaught Cemetery, Mill Road Cemetery, and obviously Pope's Nose, which is just next to the Ulster Tower. So yeah, busy day 3. Again, all within local, and that's probably kind of north, and coming round north, coming round to west of Albert and down, or northwest of Albert, and then back into Albert. So that is day 3. Lots going on in that. A lot of memorials in that one. Not as many graveyards or cemeteries. Sorry, not as many cemeteries, but more memorials in that one. So yeah, again, mostly. And also, I think we've actually got. We'll be visiting. Would you believe it? Sitting Bull's great-grandson is buried out there. So we're going to one of his cemetery there, which would be a bit different, but yeah. So Sitting Bull of the Sioux Nation, his great-grandson fought in the war and he's buried out there. So we'll be visiting that one as well. On to day 4, moving day. Okay, day 4, moving day. It's where we'll be moving from France into Belgium, Albert to Ypres. They're marked on the map as green, and that's where, obviously, you know, head north out of Albert. Taking in again some craters, the Litchfield crater, the Zivy crater, also the Loos Memorial, on our way towards Ypres. Also, we cut slight detour off, a bit poignant for me as well, because we'll be heading off to Les Tourrettes Cemetery and Memorial, where I've got a great uncle who's there, and I'll be paying my respects to him. So all in all, there's about 150 miles transfer from Albert to Ypres, and in between, and we'll be covering about 25 places on the way to Ypres. So that's moving day. We'll be checking in that night. May take even a walk up to the Menin Gate, catch the last post if we make it in time. We've got 4 days to do that, so obviously might even up every night and take it in. So again, that's where we are, and that's day 4. So that's it. What I'm going to do now is leave you with this video. I'll put this one on now. I'll edit it, put it on, and then what I will do in a day or two's time, I will do another one regarding the Ypres area and where we're visiting in Ypres. A lot more museums around the Ypres area, so we will be, you know, adding a bit of that to it. So that's another video that I'll pick up on and I will do over the next couple of days. So hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, leave a note, leave a little message, leave a comment if you want. If it's bad, good, whatever, leave it there. So hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel if you want to follow me and Dennis through the whole of the week, what they're there, which is in, what are we now, 8 days time, 9 days time. So 8 or 9 days time, that's when we'll be heading out. So yeah, if you want to follow our vlog, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, that would be great. So from Dennis and myself, James, I will speak to you soon, least we forget.